Normally, you have read transformers or not? It is actually transformer, open circuit and short circuit test, na?
Yes, sir. In our second semester, we have read that, sir.
You have read it?
Yes, sir.
So, normally, you know why someone is entering. Let me allow it. You know why transformer, open circuit and short circuit test is performed? So the reason you know, na? So when you perform an experiment, it is preliminary, rather prerequisite, you can say, to have some theoretical knowledge on the same. Otherwise, what is exactly happening is that you just take some readings and go back, and finally you plot some graphs which you forget after even 1 week because you don't know what you are doing. Exactly. So just I will give you a small preface regarding why open circuit test and short circuit test and what is the exact motto or where it is executed, in which site, all those things. So a few of you may be having some rigorous study in your earlier semester. Is it studied in this semester or earlier semester?
Yes, sir.
Is transformer you have studied in this semester or earlier semester?
Earlier semester, sir.
So
actually, from this semester, we don't want to have any theoretical class on electrical subjects, sir. So far, I know.
Oh, things are changing. So anyway, so I will tell you that the transformer is having an equivalent circuit. You know that, isn't it? So what is equivalent circuit? So it is the representation of transformer in terms of say circuital elements, fundamental elements, let's say capacitor, inductor, and resistor, to explain or to its behavior under various conditions, like say load conditions, no load conditions, short circuit conditions, etc. So that means transformer equivalent circuit will have certain parameters, certain elements, you can say, passive elements, primary elements, like say R, L, and C. So now to determine that for a transformer, these two tests are performed, open circuit and short circuit test. Now if you look at the elements of equivalent, so there are 6 elements. One is primary.
আচ্ছা স্যারের ভয়েসটা একটু গ্লিচ করছে, তোরা কি সব ঠিকঠাক শুনতে পাচ্ছিস?
না গ্লিচ করছে, স্যার বলছে তো গ্লিচ করছে। হ্যালো স্যার, স্যার আর ইউ देयर স্যার?
हाँ,
तुम कॉल लगाओ सर को। सर लगा रहे सत्यम, हाँ लगा रहे। हाँ सत्यम निकल गया, सर भी निकल गया देखो। अच्छा कोई निकलना मत, हाँ क्लास से हम अटेंडेंस ले रहे हैं।
चैट बॉक्स দিতে হবে অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সটা ওকে
না আমি এমনিও নিচ্ছি চ্যাট বক্সে, যদি বেরিয়ে যাস তাহলে চ্যাট বক্সে দিস।
চ্যাট বক্সে দিয়ে দিয়েছি আমি।
ঠিক আছে
जस्ट 2 मिनट वेट करना, अटेंडेंसটা নিয়ে নি।
सर आ रहे गाड़ी सर आ रहे, मतलब सर अब थोड़ा नेटवर्क करके कर रहे हो। हाँ ठीक है तो क्लास से मत निकलना। हाँ कोई क्लास से मत निकलो भाई, बस 1 घंटा ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगेगा इस क्लास में, हमको ज्यादा लगता है। ये क्या लिखा? हाँ तू भेज देना, हम भेज देंगे। हाँ मतलब तुम किसको भेजोगे, हम किसको भेजेंगे? तो भेज देना, हम सर को भेज देंगे। अच्छा तो ये बताओ ना।
So now it is okay.
Yes sir, we can hear you.
My network was lost actually. So till when actually I got disconnected? My last sentence, can you?
Sir, you are just talking about the open circuit and closed circuit. The
Short circuit.
open circuit.
No, I was
think
discussing.
the last 2-3 lines what you said were not means you
Glitch,
got.
sir, your voice then.
Yes, actually we're having some glitch, sir.
Okay. So actually, see, just I was explaining you that why this test is exactly required. Actually, now the test is required, as I was telling, that it is to determine the equivalent circuit parameters. Now, if you ask me what is an equivalent circuit, so it is the circuit that explains the behavior of a transformer under different conditions, right? For transformer equivalent circuit, right? So it will have some primary elements like say R, L, and C, predominantly R and L actually. Yeah. So now in the equivalent circuit there are 6 such parameters that are to be determined through these tests. Now the first two are actually primary side resistance and leakage reactance, right? The second two are secondary side resistance and leakage reactance, if you remember your equivalent circuit parameters. And other two are actually magnetizing inductance and core loss resistance, right? If you, I think many of you remember the transformer equivalent circuit. Now, out of which you see, as I am saying, primary, secondary. So primary is actually the exciting side, means where you are connecting the excitation. Excitation means voltage, input voltage. Right? So your excitation side gives you the primary winding and the load side gives you the secondary winding. So it may so happen is your excitation side can be either low voltage or high voltage side, and the secondary side will be either low voltage or high voltage side. Means if excitation side is low voltage, so load side will be high voltage. If excitation side is high voltage, load side will be low voltage, right? So normally then our main target is to find out the low voltage and high voltage side, right? And accordingly we will connect our meters and perform these tests so that the results are best obtained with minimal error or maximum accuracy, right? So then I'll come back to the methods, rather you can say objectives. Now objectives, if you see, the first one is to obtain open circuit and short circuit characteristics of a single phase transformer, right? Now open circuit characteristics means actually it is the variation of say induced EMF in the secondary side with magnetizing current, right? With load side open. Now that is open circuit. Now short circuit means it is the same, that input voltage versus input current, right? With secondary shorted. Secondary means it may be a low voltage or high voltage. That I will tell you which side we will perform as which test. Now second part is that to find out the parameters of its equivalent circuit and then determine the regulation and efficiency. It's voltage regulation actually. It's voltage regulation and efficiency, right? Now, as far as circuit diagram is concerned, this is the circuit diagram for open circuit test. So normally it is written as OC test, open circuit. Now you see open circuit, you have a high voltage side open and connected with the voltmeter. So as you know, voltmeter has got very high resistance or high impedance, you can say. So therefore, you can treat this as an open circuit, right? Because hardly any current will flow through the high voltage side. Now, input side is your low voltage side, where we have connected an ammeter, a wattmeter, and a voltmeter. And then the power supply is through a variac. I think first year also there was no lab. I think you haven't seen all these equipments at all. And the frequency meter is also connected here. So that is the handicap. So anyway, Anyway, if we get a chance, you can come once after everything gets normal. So I will show you at least one the equipments so that you can identify later on in your say service period or in your upper classes at least. So these are the things. So watt meter, ammeter, voltmeter, and a variac and a frequency meter. So these are the instruments that you need, right, for open circuit test. So normally again, one question you can ask me, we are performing two tests, open circuit and short circuit tests, and the parameters are 6 numbers. Okay, say I have said that high voltage or high voltage side, leakage reactance and resistance, then low voltage side leakage reactance and resistance 4, and then another 2 is magnetizing inductance and core loss resistance 6. Now which test will determine which parameters, or you require all the tests for determining all the parameters, right? Not so actually. If you see that resistance and leakage reactances, if you remember, if you close your eyes and remember the, and it's very unfortunate that I could not put a equivalent circuit here. It's my mistake, I am telling you. So if you, I think many of you can remember that if you close your eyes and see that the equivalent circuit of a transformer, so you find that the leakage reactance and resistances for both the primaries and secondaries, they are falling in series with the load current, right? So they are actually series elements, right, for the equivalent circuit. And leakage and the magnetizing reactance and core loss resistance, they fall in parallel, right? So they are the shunt elements, right? So under open circuit, the load is open, right? The load is open. So the current will flow from the primary side to the primary leakage impedance, and then through the magnetizing reactance and core loss resistance to the load. So therefore, you see that if you remember the weightage of these elements, normally series elements are of lower values, much lower values compared to the shunt elements. Why? Because if the series elements magnitude are high, that means high leakage reactance, high resistance, so there are chance, it means a definite chance that since the load current is flowing through them, so high resistance means high losses. This is the first case. Second is that high impedance means high voltage drop. So the voltage available at the load point will be lower. So naturally, these elements are of very low value compared to the shunt elements. As the shunt element is actually coming across when you are not connecting a load, that means under no load condition. And you know that no load means actually low current should flow. So the magnitude of the shunt element should be of high value, like that leakage impedance, like that magnetizing inductance will have larger value, much larger value compared to leakage, and then core loss resistance also will have larger values. So this open circuit test, as the current is controlled by the shunt element, because it is the controlling factor. So from here you can determine the shunt elements actually, that there is the core loss resistance and the magnetizing inductance, right? And for the short circuit test, as it is short circuited, normally current flows through the low resistance path only. So therefore the leakage reactance are the only elements, leakage impedance, leakage reactance and the resistance to restrict the current or coming across the flow, coming in the flow of current. So therefore from the short circuit test you will be able to determine the leakage impedance, that is the resistance of both the windings, and leakage reactance of both the windings. This you remember. So now here we have metered it in the low voltage side. So that is also another reason. So you could have done the same experiment by metering at the high voltage side. It would have given you no problem. And calculated parameters also you can determine. But the thing is that there the instrument may get some odd settings, right? So for the ease of instrument availability, you can say, So the low voltage side is chosen for this OC test. Why I am telling you once again, because you should know many things for this experiment before performing it. Performing it would take only 10 minutes time, but knowledge is something else. So now you see, suppose I'm giving you an example of a transformer. Say it is a 1 kVA transformer, 1000 volt by 100 volt, 1000 volt by 100 volt. That means high voltage rating is 1000 and low voltage rating is 100, and it's 1 kVA. So now what is the rated current for HV side and LV side? Can you tell me what is the rated current of HV side and LV side? 1 kVA transformer, 1000 is to 100 volt. So high voltage side current is how much? No idea. kVA, volt ampere. So 1000 high voltage side 1000 volt equal into I ampere equal to 1000. So I equal to 1. So high voltage side current is 1 ampere rated current, right? And low voltage side will be 10 ampere.
10
ampere. It is 100 volt. 10 ampere, right? So normally, do you know what is the range of no load current of a transformer in terms of full load current? Any idea? No load current, as I have said, no load, it will take low current. So what is that low? Low is around 5% of rated current, right? So now if it is 1 ampere, you have connected high voltage in the left side. So full load current was 1 ampere. So at rated voltage, it will take a current of 5% of 1 ampere. That is how much? 0.05 ampere. 0.05 ampere. 5% of 1 ampere is 0.05 ampere. So it is 50 milliampere. Right. Now 5% of 10 ampere, if you have connected LV here, it is actually 500 milliampere. So if you connect an ammeter, reading of 50 milliampere can give you a larger error compared to 500 milliampere because it needs some minimum deflection, okay, for better accuracy for all these instruments, whatever we use crudely in laboratories. Right? Now, this is one issue. Second issue is that the voltage of 1000 volt has to be there for rated voltage if high voltage was connected in the left hand side. Right? Now, in your laboratory or in your domestic also, single phase supply is much lesser. Laboratory, we have only 110 volt supply. So we require again a lift up of voltage, like say 110 is to 1000, right? And then we can see it. So another equipment is required. It may so happen for some cases the voltage may not be available at all. So for the sake of easiness of the experiment, we always connect low voltage side and the metering side as the metering side. Right? Clear? Yes, now, short circuit test, I will tell you later on. Short circuit test is just opposite. High voltage side is a metering side. Now the procedure. Make the connections as shown in the diagram. Make the connections as shown in the diagram. Observe the nameplate of the transformer carefully. Why observing? Because you need to know why what is the rated current. So then rated voltage, rated kVA. So accordingly you have to vary your voltage. Okay. So to do that, you require to know the nameplate ratings of the transformer that you should record there. The open circuit test. Now connect single phase transformers as shown in figure A, like that, what I have shown. Now keeping the HV side of the transformer open. Now open, so some wrong dot has come. Energize the transformer on the LV side using all the coils. Now why all the coils? Because in the laboratory we have a transformer with 3 coils. Means 2 coils actually of low voltage and 1 coil of high voltage. 110 is to 55, like that. So Therefore, we should parallel these 55 volt coils and then treat it as a low voltage coil, and then 110 volt coil will be the normal. Okay, so that is why I said using all the coils. Vary applied voltage at rated frequency in steps of 10 volts from 0. So you have to take the characteristics. So you have to vary the input voltage and note the readings: input voltage, output voltage, frequency, this wattmeter reading, and the current reading at each step. Right. So now this is okay. So this is the reading part is gone for open circuit test. Right. In case of short circuit test, this is the diagram for short circuit test, right? Now you see the secondary side or the low voltage side is short circuited. It's just the opposite. And metering side is the high voltage side. Metering side is the high voltage side. So this is also have some having some reasons. Now if you short circuit the secondary, normally if you apply rated voltage, a large current should flow, short circuit current should flow. That means the transformer will burn if the fuse does not, right? If the fuse does not blow, transformer will burn. It will take a very large current because it is a short circuit. Now see, therefore we need not have to put full voltage. Rather, we cannot put full voltage there. So now again take the, normally the voltage required to flow the rated current, we will allow a current up to rated current or 110% above, 110% of the rated current, 10% above rated current maximum, in order to plot the characteristics or calculate the parameters. So then naturally we require much lower voltage to flow the rated current. So that is why this variac is provided, and again it is performed on the high voltage side simply because we require an approximate around 10% of rated voltage, 10 to 15% of rated voltage in order to flow rated current through the transformer. Now, if you see again, take the example, say 100 is to 1000. Now, 100 volt if you had connected in the left side, now 10% of 100 would be only 10 volts. So the variac will be only varying between 0 to 10 volts, a very narrow range. Right, and for a 1000 volt one, 10% is 100 volt. So then you can easily vary and have some wide readings and more accurate readings. That's all. Otherwise, also you can see that availability of the ratings accordingly for the wattmeters, ammeters, etc. Ammeter is okay here, so it's rated. Now, low voltage side also the rated current is higher, 10 ampere. Right, you require a very high ampere value for low voltage side in the left. Now here only 1 ampere. So then you can get an ammeter range also comfortable ammeter range. So all these things makes us compelled rather to connect the instruments at the high voltage side. Okay. So this is what, and the connection, secondary it's short circuited, right? LV side, and primary side or HV side is connected with wattmeter, voltmeter, ammeter, variac, and frequency meter. So now short circuit test is the run to procedure. Similar way, connect the meters to the HV side. LV side should be shorted as shown in figure B. Vary the input voltage of the HV side away, starting from 0. Actually, this I have blindly copied from your instruction sheet. I think you have got your instruction sheet also. So there it is written, nothing to be worried about. But actually, I didn't see any language here. Just I copied and pasted here. So voltage to the HV side starting from 0. Increase the applied voltage in steps so that the rated current in HV winding is not exceeded. That's what I was telling, that rated current should not be exceeded. Normally, it is even sometimes allowed up to 110% of the rated current. So note the readings of the voltmeter, input voltmeter.
So the instruction sheet, what you are telling is the lab manual which there are all the experiments.
Yes. Out of which you have to find out this short circuit test portion.
Okay. So it's then in the part 2, I think, because in semester 2 we did the part 1 of the lab manual. Then
okay. Wherever it is, you can find out from there. Okay.
And sir, one more thing, in total, how many experiments do we have in this semester?
Normally we used to have 10 experiments. Okay. So I don't know if anything is redesigned considering this pandemic case. Usually in normal cases, we used to have 10 experiments, because earlier I was not taking this class. After a long time again, actually I am taking. So I don't exactly remember how many. It was actually 10.
Semester 2 we have actually 8 experiments.
Yes, sir.
Because of lack of time, it might have been.
Yes, sir. There were 4 teachers and they took 2 experiments each.
So this time you have got a routine also, I think, which who will be taking experiments when. So
No,
in
sir,
that
the mail which we got from the HOD, sir, there were only the teacher's name and the phone number.
No.
Nothing more.
Swapnil, wait. Sir, I got only 5 experiments, information of 5 experiments. And I think it's the last, we got 5 experiments, I think, in this semester.
Maybe it is redesigned as per the new situation. Maybe I do not know. But I'm telling you, after a gap of say 8-10 years, I am taking this class, so I don't exactly remember. But it was 10 earlier. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. All right. So the winding is not exceeded. Note the readings of V1 frequency, wattmeter and an ammeter at each step. And then actually this is the reporting portion. So you have taken all the readings. So you have to make the report. Now for run 1, draw the curve V1 versus V2. That means the primary voltage versus secondary voltage. For run 1, derive the magnetizing current I0. You know how to derive. It is I0, not 10, I0. And then draw the magnetization curve V2 versus I0. That's what I'm telling. The magnetization curve is actually the induced EMF in the secondary winding. That is the V2 and the magnetizing current I0. So magnetizing current, you can either calculate thoroughly, means you can remove the core loss component part and then do it. Normally some people does, because core loss is lesser compared to magnetizing part. So they take that I0 means no load current versus the V2. So that's also sometimes done. Okay. But you try to take separate out the no load current and the magnetizing current and the core loss current. Now for run 2, draw the curve V versus I. That means input voltage, input current. This is the short circuit characteristics. First one will give you, second one will give you the open circuit characteristics. Okay. The run 1 and run 2 derive the parameters of the equivalent circuit of the transformer at rated voltage. Draw this equivalent circuit with calculated values of the parameters. Okay, so that's what I was telling. Then you can calculate efficiencies and regulations of the transformer for half and full load at 0.8 power factor lagging and unity power factor. So I think in the books you have read last year, last sem, that how to calculate voltage regulation, how to calculate efficiency, and all those things. Okay. I don't know which book you have followed last semester. May I know the name of the professor who was teaching you?
Sir, actually we had 4 professors, sir, and we hadn't followed any particular book. Sir used to give us PPTs and
Professor,
sir, you are talking about the electrical machines. So electrical machines was taken by
transformer.
So
actually we had some experiments about transformer. Transformer
was taken by Gautam sir, I think, in e-machines, and experimentally it was taken by one experiment was there actually, or taken by again Deep Singh sir.
Class চলছে এখন গো পরে তো then what is that?
মানে স্যার আপনি এক্সপেরিমেন্টের কথা বলছেন না থিওরিটিক্যাল যে
এক্সপেরিমেন্ট না, থিওরি ট্রান্সফরমারের থিওরি, এক্সপেরিমেন্ট আর
আচ্ছা 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 ওটা স্যার
কারণ এক্সপেরিমেন্ট ট্রান্সফরমার এক্সপেরিমেন্ট আর হয়েছে নাকি আগে? I don't think so. ট্রান্সফরমারের কোন এক্সপেরিমেন্ট হয়েছে আগে?
স্যার একটা হয়েছিল, সেটাতে আমার চেক করতে হয়েছিল যে ট্রান্সফরমারটার মানে দুটো কয়েল, মানে ট্রান্সফরমার বলে দেয়নি যে কোন দিকটা মানে আউটলেট আর কোন দিকটা ইনলেট, তো আমাদের সেটা বার করতে হয়েছিল আর কি, যে ট্রান্সফরমারের কোন কয়েলটা কোনটা কানেক্টেড, ওগুলো ওটা নিয়ে একটা এক্সপেরিমেন্ট হয়েছিল স্যার।
আউটলেট these terms you don't tell that. The input and output, okay? Engineering terms, there is no inlet outlet. For water it can be inlet outlet. It is power input, power output. Okay.
Yes sir.
So okay, I don't know what is that experiment, but anyway, theory part was GS sir, na, the Gautam Sarkar sir.
Yes sir, Gautam Sarkar sir.
Anyway, he must have told you the names of some books to study the transformer. So I just which book you follow? At least you follow one book. I'm telling you, P.S. Bhimra. I don't know whether you know it or not.
Sir, I did follow Ashfaq Hussain book.
Ashfaq Hussain, okay, for mechanical it's all right. So there you find that how to calculate this voltage regulation, and some problems are given. So you take some one or two problems and then do it in the same way here. So I am now providing you a set of reading. Okay, I am showing and then I will be mailing you also. Okay, mailing you in the same email ID. Just I am showing you one set of reading to use for calculation of these things or plotting of the graphs, right? So just now you just allow me a few minutes.
Sir, one more thing, can you please share the PPT actually what you are presenting?
PPT is the same what is there in your instruction sheet.
Okay sir.
Okay, PPT is the same as the I have just split it up into different pages and then showing you. Okay.
Okay sir.
So now I am trying to show you the reading. Is it visible to you?
Yes sir.
Okay. So now for open circuit test, this is the reading. Say, see, I was telling, it will vary the voltage from low value to the rated one, like that. He is varying voltage from, just a minute. He is varying voltage from 10, 20, 30, and then going around 20% above the rated value. Okay, 20% rated is 110, and he's reading, taking reading of say high voltage side voltage, then wattmeter reading, and then input current. Okay, so this is the reading for open circuit test, and the frequency meter it is at 50 hertz. Our technicians took this reading and provided us to give you for preparing the report. Okay. I think for other labs also you are doing the same way, na?
Hello sir.
For the other labs also you are doing the same way, na? For other laboratories, electrical laboratories.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Okay. Now for short circuit test, you know, the same thing, that voltage, high voltage side voltage is varied, and secondary is sorted low voltage side, and high voltage side current is noted. And see, this transformer is a 3 kVA transformer. Okay, 3 kVA. See, there he has written wrongly. It will be 3 kVA and 100 110 by 220 volt transformer. Okay, 110 by 220 volt transformer. He took another transformer, 110 by 220. So that is why he is computing the high voltage side rated current as 3 kVA means 3000 by 220, 13.6 ampere. And he has gone up to a value of 9.8 ampere, 13.6 ampere. And for which he required 9.8 volt. And this is the other readings are actually wattmeter reading. Frequency is 50. So these two readings you need. Of course, he has clubbed some other things which is required for electrical third year and provided it to me in a same page. So you ignore the third, fourth pages. Okay. First 2 pages you take. That is for you only. So I will not be able to split up. I will send the same file to you.
Yes, sir. You just send us. We will manage it actually.
The last 2 pages you ignore. Only open circuit and short circuit data you take. Okay.
Okay.
So
Sir.
he has provided me a set of data which is required by me in a single file. So that is what. So I think this part is over. Now, if you have some questions, I'll there to help you. We'll take 5 minutes.
2 things. One thing is that we will submit you by email or by any other mode.
See, one thing is happening. I am getting too many mails. So what is happening? Again, I am telling you that for electrical, there are labs, there are tests, etc. So one request to me, since it is a lab, so what do you do? In a single PDF file, you can combine all your things and then send it to me via, say, Google Drive or something.
One thing we can do, that we can create a drive folder in which we will collect all the files of all the students, and then we will share the folder with you. If you click the link, you will get all the files actually.
That will help me.
Then you will get all the files. That will be okay.
That will be best, okay? Because what is happening, I am not finding sometimes also. Whoever is sending it is going somewhere else, and then it's a problem. So if you do that, that will be helping.
Okay, sir. We will make a file, and then I think Satyam will or anyone from our class will send one email only to you, and we will inform you that the email has been sent to you at this time.
Okay. By phone,
sir, we will get 7 days. Means from now.
You take 7 days, no problem for me. 7 days, even 1 day extra you can take, 8 days you can take. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay,
so
sir.
You do it comfortably and then send me. But a roll sheet also you send beforehand. Okay? So maybe
yes, sir. Satyam will send it actually.
So in a few
attendance
minutes.
is also taken, and I think Satyam has got the attendance. So he will send
okay. So in a few minutes, I am sending this file to you.
Yes, sir.
Through my email.
Okay. Through the same mail where I have sent the link. Okay. So thank you very much. Be safe. Hope to meet you.
Thank you, sir.
If possible, hope to meet you. I don't know.
Yes,
I think hopefully by after November everything will be normal. Hopefully, let's see.
Yes, sir. We are also hoping the same.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.